And you know what? I feel like everyone should learn a thing or two about what the sound guy is doing. You know, like familiarize yourself with the terms and the signal chain and all that. So because
you're getting into it. Go ahead.
Everyone, you know, like I do lots of gigs where we're just playing at some bar and there is no sound guy.
Yeah.
And we're just doing our own sound from the stage, you know? So you got to know, they might have a little mixer and you might want to know like how to hook the mic in and make sure the speakers are working because there's no sound guy there. Yeah. Shady lady. Let's go.
Name.
Okay, so you started getting into the things that matter when it comes to how to be memorable to a sound man, right? There's a few things. Like I did intentionally when I was at City College, taking music theory and jazz improv and all that, I took a sound course. And I learned about signal flow. That's what it's called, guys, signal flow. That's all, like when you deal with sound systems, everything that's happening is about signal flow. And it's the same thing in a studio too. You're going into the studio, it's all about signal flow, how to get the sound into the microphone, which turns it into an electrical signal, sends it through the cable into whatever else it's going into. That same signal, after it goes through whatever it's going through, goes out into the board, or if you're in the studio, from the board, back out to the interface, into the converters, gets turned into zeros and ones, goes into the computer, records, gets sent back out of the converters and back down the signal chain so it goes out into the speakers, which is then that electrical signal is converted back into sound, which our ears hear, and then our eardrums take that and turn it into an electrical signal so that our brains can understand and tell us what is happening.
It turns into synapses in our brain. Yeah. Now we're going deep.
Science, guys, science. No,
let's go. Bill Nye and them.
But at the end of the day, one of the main things that have helped me to make sure that I have the best possible outcome with a sound man. Number one, get his name. Don't call him Mr. Sound Man. Don't say, hi, sound man, or hey, sound guy. Walk up to him before you're sound checking and say, hey, my name is Damani. I'm playing today. Or my name is whatever your name is. You don't even have to mention that you're playing today, especially if you're not holding your instrument. Just be a person.
Yeah.
And say, hi, my name is such and such. What's your name? It looks like you're doing sound. What's your name? Oh, my name is such and such. Okay. Oh, hey, such and such. And now remember such and such's name. Yes. So when it's your turn to go up, you can say, hey, Bill, da-da-da-da-da. And he'll say, oh, okay, yeah, da-da-da. And after he does it, thanks, Bill. Like, say his name again. Say his name like, don't be weird about it, but make sure you repeat his name to him because he'll know you're talking to him. He know that you remembered his name. You know you saw him. He's not just the sound guy, this utility that nobody cares about that gets the brunt of a lot of people's frustration because they feel like the sound is supposed to be this thing and he's supposed to already know.
And sometimes there's this like feeling of a hierarchy where musicians act like they're like above.
Right, I'm the artist. You're just the sound guy.
Yeah.
But if you relate to him as a person and you let him know that you see him and recognize that he's there as a human and that what he's contributing is valuable, it's a step closer to him remembering you because not everybody does that. And then
it can fix the whole band because sometimes there are other members in the group that you're playing with that don't do that.
Yes.
And when you do that, you get favor. But as you keep doing that, he's like, all right, I'll give the whole band favor just based on you. And like everybody gets dialed in a little better.
That just makes it a better vibe all around.
Right. Yeah. Number two, like Sam said, learn the language. Yeah. You have to be able to speak the sound man's language so that he knows, not only does he know that you see him as a person, but he now respects what you're saying because he thinks you know what you're talking about because you're using the language. Now, if it's just too loud, you can say, hey, I can use, can I get like it down? I don't know. Like I would just like 3 dB, maybe 4 dB.
Right.
And even though there's no dB sign on there, you said dB. What? That's a volume thing. That's a term that most regular people don't know. He must really respect what I'm doing. Not just, he knows, he respects it enough to know something about it. Then you say, okay, if it's not that it's too loud, but there's too many highs, you can say, hey.
Right, EQ, that's important.
And the more specific you can be about your suggestion, or not even about your suggestion, about your request, because remember, a lot of times, the sound man is not on the stage while he's giving you your mix on the stage. Now I've been at the festivals, like we did the Black Joy Parade. Man, there's more, like right before we did this podcast, I said I never played any festivals, and I keep thinking of all the festivals that we
there was that one and that one?
Yeah, but like I've been in plenty of festivals, I guess, where there is a completely different sound man and an entirely different system for the stage. And
yeah, there's a monitor dude and there's a front of house dude.
And not only is there a monitor dude and a front of house dude, there's a monitor system on the stage, and a front of house system.
You got to know who you're talking to when you're making your requests.
And if you have that, do not make your request to the front of house guy because he has nothing to do with what's happening up there.
Correct.
But when you talk to the sound man, if you can make your request as specific as possible, then he'll know exactly what to do. It saves him time of trying to figure out what you mean. So you're not speaking in these esoteric creative terms like, I'm not getting the vibe. I feel like it's red right now and I need it to be blue. Tell me you've been with one of those artists before.
Oh, totally.
Definitely.
Totally. Using like adjectives that make no sense for music.
Right, and they expect you to know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they're just like, it sounds just kind of grayish and, you know.
I just need it to be like magenta.
Or they'll say flat or something like that. It's like, no, that's what you say about a note. That's not,
like
you know.
one of the things
it sounds a little sandy right now. Can you make it like smooth? What?
I'd be like, yo, like the only adjective that you can say that's not really a musical term, but that is used a lot for sound guys is wet and dry.
Yes.
Yeah.
If the effects,
but those are music terms. I mean, music slang.
But for engineering, when you're talking about adding reverb or effects, if it's too much, you can be like, yo, it's a little wet on the stage. We
and they'll know what you mean.
We don't want it completely dry, but all that means is, oh, let me turn down the effects.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't need as much. And if there's a specific effect that you hear too much of, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing, it just lets the sound man feel seen, respected, and know that his craft is respected because you respect it enough to know something about it. Yeah. And now you can communicate with him in a way that is memorable to him because most people are not doing that. Fam, it's your boy Damani. I hope you enjoyed the video that you just watched, and I hope you liked the video. I hope you left a comment, and I wanted to invite you into DrumTrax Premium. We literally have over 350 drum lessons, over 300 by now, drumless tracks, a community in the private Facebook group of drummers that we go live with and do live drum coaching every single week. We want to help you find your voice and explore your creativity on the drums, and we can do that with DrumTrax Premium. It's only 99 cents to sign up, so you can find the links in the description of this video. And also, if you're just looking to stream tracks, you can also find our streaming subscription where you can stream all of the tracks and all of the tracks that we ever add for just $5.99 a month. And if you're looking for more content, you can click one of the videos that are showing up on the screen right now and check them out. All right, fam? I look forward to seeing you in more videos, and I look forward to seeing you in DrumTrax Premium. All right, fam. Peace.